All right, so now we're going to move on to Palgwe Palchung. This is the last of the Palgwe forms. This is Palgwe number 8. And it's actually a powerful form, but it's pretty simple. There's only 2 kicks in the whole form. It's mostly hands. So if you're a muscular guy or girl, this is actually a really good competition for you because you can make it look really strong. All right, so I'm going to do it from your perspective first. Jimmy. Hit. Yay. B. Look to the left. And this sort of starts out like Taigu Gochung. So you're going to do a 90-degree turn to the left into a front stance. And then you're going to pull up into this high back stance with a hammer fist. But then you're going to slide forward into a front stance with a regular punch. Then you're going to do the same thing to the other side. So you're going to do a 180-degree turn to the right and do a low block. Pull up into that high back stance with a hammer fist. Slide into a front stance, regular punch. Now we're going to move to something that'll look familiar to you with some of these other forms. You're going to do a 90-degree turn to the left into a back stance with a middle double pseudo. Unlike the other ones, you're actually not going to kick here. You're just going to step forward with a spear hand. Then you're going to do that low release just like you do in 4, spin all the way around. But instead of a hammer fist now, it's a back fist. So you're going to throw a back fist, and then you're going to punch ki. Then you're going to do a 270-degree turn into a back stance with a single pseudo. Now someone has grabbed your hand, so you pull forward and pull your hand out, and then you come back into a horse stance with an elbow. You then transition to a front stance with an outside middle block, reverse punch. And then you come back to the center, and you're going to do, some people call this a U-punch, some call it a hinge punch, but it's basically an elbow behind and a punch to the side. Then you're going to do a 90-degree turn to the left into a back stance with a single pseudo. Again, somebody's grabbed your hand, so you pull, and then you come back with the elbow. Transition into a right front stance with an outside maki, reverse punch. Then come back in, hinge punch. Now, you're just going to kind of pivot this foot that's on the floor. So you're going to almost come up in that crane stance again. And it's going to be side kick, elbow smash. Then you're going to pull back into that crane stance again. So now the right foot's going to pull back to the left. You're going to do that side kick, elbow smash. And then you just turn around as you do a spread block and an upset punch. But this time you're not going to step in with the X block or the X stance. Forget the X block. You're not going to step in with the X stance. Then you're going to step forward and you're going to do the spread block again. Double upset punch, or double punch to the ribs. Then you're going to step forward into a back stance with a single pseudo. Again, this is sort of a grab. And you spin all the way around into a ready stance with an elbow strike. Then you turn back to the front and you take both hands and push down. It'll be easier to see from the judge's perspective. And then you pop out. And you slide over to the right. Then you slide over to the left. Punch over the shoulder both times and you ki. So this form has 3 ki-s. It has the punch here. Then it has the elbow smash here where you spin around and you do the elbow here. That's a ki. And then once you come here, the first punch over the shoulder, there's no ki. The second punch over the shoulder, there's a ki. So there's 3 ki-s in this form. Let's do it from a side perspective. So you're going to look to the left. You do a 90-degree turn to the left into a front stance with a low block. Pull up into this high back stance with a hammer fist. Slide forward into a front stance with a regular punch. 180 degree to the right, do the same thing. You're in a front stance with a low block. You pull your right foot back into a high back stance with a hammer fist. You slide forward into a front stance with a regular punch. Now you're going to kind of pull the left foot back to the right and then slide the left foot out into a back stance as you do a middle double pseudo. Then you're going to slide forward into a front stance with a spear hand. So everything clears and the spear hand strikes. Then you're going to do the low release. So the hand drops, you come all the way around with the back fist. Step punch ki. Hup! Then you're going to do a 270-degree turn into a back fist with a single pseudo. Someone grabs it, you pull it back, elbow smash, slide the left foot over into a front stance as you execute an outside middle block, reverse punch. Pull back into a side stance with a hinge punch. You're just going to do a 90-degree turn to the right. You're going to be in a back stance with a single pseudo. Pull the hand back in, come out into a horse stance with an elbow strike. Slide the right foot over into a front stance with an outside maki, reverse punch. Come back again into a side stance or horse stance with a hinge punch. And then you're going to just keep the right foot planted on the floor, but turn it towards this wall. As you pull the left foot up next to it, you're almost in a crane stance. And you're going to do the side kick, elbow smash. Then the left foot points at this wall as you pull the foot back, side kick, elbow smash. Then as you execute a turnaround, you do a spread block, double upset punch, or double rip punch. Slide forward, do a spread block, double upset punch, or double rib punch. Then you step forward into a back stance with a single pseudo. Grab with that hand and pivot all the way around into a ready stance with an elbow. Hup! Then you turn back and you take your two hands and you push them in front. And then the hands come up. And then you're going to slide to the right, punch over your shoulder. Slide to the left, punch over your shoulder, and ki. Hup! B. Hit. Right, from the front perspective. So you're going to do a 90-degree turn to the left, and you're going to do a low block. You're going to pull up into a high back stance with a hammer fist, slide forward into a front stance, regular punch. 180-degree turn into a front stance with a low block, pull up into the high back stance with a hammer fist, slide forward into a front stance, regular punch. Then we're going to pull the left foot back and then slide it out into a back stance as you do a middle double pseudo. Slide forward into a front stance with a spear hand. Then we're going to do the low release into a back fist, step punch ki. Up. Now we're going to do a 270-degree turn into a back stance with a single outside pseudo. The person grabs a hand, so you pull it back. You come back into a horse stance with an elbow strike. And you slide into a front stance with a single outside maki, reverse punch. Come back into a horse stance or side stance with a hinge punch. Same thing you do to the side, 90-degree turn to the right. With a single outside pseudo. They grab the hand, so you pull it back, then you come back with the elbow. Slide the foot over as you do an inside maki, reverse punch, or hinge punch. Now, you're going to take the right foot, point it to the wall, bring the left foot next to it, execute side kick, elbow smash. You're going to pull up, do another crane stance with a side kick, elbow smash. And I'm going to execute a turnaround, and I'm going to do a spread block, double upset punch or double rib punch. Slide forward into a front stance with a spread block, double upset punch. Step forward into a back stance with a single outside pseudo. Grab, pull, spin all the way around into a ready stance with elbow and ki. Hup! Now, when you come here, these two hands come and they push down. And they push out. And then you slide over here for this punch. You slide over here for this punch. Should be, don't forget your ki. You've got a third ki on this one over here. Chariot, Inye. Now I know one of the criticisms somebody will probably have is, would this be much of a strike coming back here when you come out? Well, I might have had my doubts about this strike, but if you go to the most recent fight between Yair Rodriguez and Chan Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie, the fight was ended by that exact elbow with like 10 seconds left in the fight. You can probably get a clip of it on YouTube, or if you are a UFC fan, you can probably catch it on a UFC show. So I know that some of the stuff we look at in forums, we're like, I don't know that that's that effective. It may not be particularly effective the way it's being done in the forum, but that may be on purpose. They may want to try to hide the true intention of what you're doing with that move. But this one actually I've seen used in competition, so go practice your form.